Welcome back to another episode of Guitar of the Day at Norman's Favorite Guitars. I'm your host for the day, Graham Houts, and it's Tele Tuesday.
Woo!
Which means we got, believe it or not, a Telecaster for you guys. And I'm back here with my friend, I guess. Friend?
I hope I'm your friend.
My friend, Brandon Soriano.
Hey, what's up,
And
spec
he's going to
check?
do the spec check for you guys
Yes.
today. So, what do we got, Brandon? What am I
we're gonna check the specs on this one today. This is a super cool guitar, and it's brand new from Fender. This is the American Ultra Telecaster in Texas T.
Ooh.
And this is a finish that we're gonna have to get from a bunch of different angles because that's kind of the whole point.
Yeah, it kind of looks black, but then it turn it and it's green,
and then you look this way and it's brown, and it's kind of... So that's the whole thing with this. As you move this finish, it looks like a million different things. I have no idea how they do this. I was talking just last week, actually, here in the shop with Joey from Fender, who, made this finish. He was one of the guys sort of figuring all of it out, and he was explaining to me how they get it to do this color shifting thing, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, I did not retain it. I have no idea how they actually get this to happen, but it's really wild, especially when you see it in person. That finish is really a standout thing on this guitar. But more than the finish, the American Ultra series is just loaded. I mean, loaded with features. So let's start from the bottom and sort of work our way up, shall we? First things first, down here you get a volume and a tone. The volume knob has an S1 switch on it right there. What the S1 switch is going to do is it only works in the middle position, which is when you get a blend of the two pickups. And when the switch is up, the pickups are running in parallel. And when the switch is down, the pickups are running in series. So what that means... when they're in parallel in the up position, you're getting each pickup signal independently getting sent to the output jack. But when they're in series, the neck pickup goes through the bridge pickup, and that signal goes out of the output jack. It's sort of the difference between making it sound a little more like a humbucker, gets a bit more like front end, a bit more presence to it, and a bit more beef. So a really cool thing that they're doing on the middle position with that S1 switch. This is a 6-saddle bridge as opposed to the more traditional 3-barrel saddle Telecaster thing. This is going to give you much finer intonation adjustment. You can adjust every string independently, so that's cool. These are, I believe, the 5th generation now of the Fender noiseless pickups, and they're the best ones yet by far. So these are single coil pickups, but they don't have a hum. They're noiseless, as the name would infer. You got an anodized guard on here, which I won't get into what anodization means, but it's nerdy and fun. It's basically a metal electromagnetic process of some kind that I don't understand. Here is the binding on the top with no binding on the back, but you do get a body contour, a belly contour, and a contoured neck heel that's also slanted. So if you look from a side angle like that, you can see this whole area back here with the neck heel slants downward. This is something Fender just started doing more recently, and it really works. When you move your hand up here, it almost feels like there isn't a neck heel at all. Your hand just kind of glides right into it. On the fingerboard, we actually have what we call a compound radius. So that means that at the bottom frets, the first few frets, the radius is much rounder. By the time you get to the top, it's much flatter. So on this guitar, it's a 10 to 14 inch radius. That makes it a little easier for chords in the low position and a little easier for shredding and bending and all that in the upper position. I think these are also stainless steel frets on here. They definitely have rounded rolled edges, which is super cool. So very comfortable to play. You're going to get locking tuners on the back for a maximum tuning stability. And then the neck here is like a satin finish. I almost call it a semi-gloss because it's not fully like bare wood, but it's definitely not glossy and sticky. It's kind of somewhere in between, I guess, a semi-gloss. So Graham, what do you think of the playability of this guitar, man?
I think it plays really well. And let's put it this way. If there's stuff on this guitar that even Brandon doesn't understand, that means he knows some pretty crazy stuff.
That's true. That's Good point.
Some pretty
They're
crazy
doing
stuff
some
going
crazy
on this.
stuff there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a killer guitar. The Ultra series is one of my favorite things I've seen from Fender in a really long time. And let's see the case here. Very classic. So the cases they do now, by the way, if you could get above here, Jen, these new cases will fit either a Tele or a Strat. So you see the contours for the Strat horns over there, but the body will fit either way. So super cool that they're doing that. Inside, you're going to get all your Fender goodies, little paperwork explaining the series parallel switch, all the other paperwork in here with, adjustment tools and things of that nature. And I think that's enough said about the guitar. You could probably even go deeper on all the features, but the best way to learn about a guitar is to hear it being played. So, Graham, you want to take this out front?
I guess, man. I guess.
Show us how it's done.
Thank you, Jen. We're going to go hear how it sounds.
Let's
Let's
go.
do it. Thank you, Graham. Thank you,
Let's
Fender.
go.
Yeah.
We're out front with the brand new 2023 Fender American Ultra Telecaster in a Texas T finish. We're going to start out on the neck pickup, and I'm going to play a bit of jazz for you on the neck pickup. Now we're going to try out the middle pickup, and this guitar has an S1 switch that's activated on the middle pickup, so I'm going to try out both ways. First one starting with it not pressed in, so that's going to be parallel. Now, I'm gonna turn on that S1 switch. We're in series now. That was the middle pickup. And now we're going to turn on the bridge pickup and also try with a little bit of overdrive as well. Fender American Ultra Telecaster. This finish is called Texas Tea. It's really cool. I love tea. I love Texas. Check us out on normansrareguitars.com. Check us out on Reverb, on Instagram, and Facebook, and YouTube. Thank you.
Yes! Woo! Bye!
Did the S1 switch actually?